the pandemic has affected me in a positive way, honestly. And I hate to say that because I know people have died and things like that. Obviously, we know that, and our hearts go out to those people and those families affected. But the pandemic has allowed me to complete my album. Love Absolute. I was able to complete it because we were definitely behind schedule. The pandemic shut everything down, so we didn't have anything else to do but finish the album. So it really worked in my favor as far as being productive and completing and hitting the deadlines. The new ones I had to create since I was behind on the other one. So it really is why Love Absolute is complete, honestly. So yeah, so the recording process was very fluid because I was able to do it at home. Most of it, not the mixing or the mastering, but the recording part I was able to do at home, and that was really great because I like to work that way anyway. So it's kind of like what you were saying earlier, that's kind of how I would normally do it anyway. So now there was really no outside distractions because there was nowhere I could go. So it really allowed me to finish everything, to have all the time in the world, as far as like time in the day, should I say, to focus on finishing the song, and not having to be in my head so much and be so anxious thinking about other things, because it was the only thing that I was doing. And it like I said, it ended up being a very productive time. And I was able to create from home, which I love to do anyway. So it just really all worked out, honestly, I have to say. So social media has definitely allowed me to stay very much connected to my fans. And like you, I don't love social media at all, honestly. If I weren't a singer, I would have no accounts. So I am only there to connect with my fans. And like you said, I'm always getting fussed at that I don't engage enough, or, building your brand, all that kind of stuff. It really, it's kind of rolled into this year, and it's made me more aggressive on my pages, and more, well, I don't want to say aggressive, maybe more active, and it made me engage more on my pages because, like, my fans, I'm not going to be in Chicago for a concert this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I have to show up online so they can feel like they still know where I am and still connecting with me and still in tune with what I'm doing. It's very important. Like I've also done virtual concerts and things like that. I've done virtual private events, and it takes a little getting accustomed to it all, but I think I'm really kind of in my stride right now. I think I'm doing pretty well for how I used to be. In 2019, it's like a total 180, honestly. I think it is amazing anytime that anyone can notice and state that it's great that an artist is growing, because like you said, there are many people who want you to stay however you were when you were introduced. And for me, that's 18 years ago. And it's like, you can't be serious. Like that is ridiculous. If you're not growing, then what's the point? You should be evolving and doing different things, and just continuing to broaden your catalog, really. And I just want to say thank you for acknowledging that and for telling me, because it feels really good to hear. Okay, so to your question. A crazy story from the road. I don't know if I have any crazy stories from the road. I am pretty conservative, honestly, so I'm not gonna be, into any mischief on the road. And whenever someone goes to get into any, I'm back at the hotel like the mom. So I don't know if I've had like something crazy happen. I know that's like insane. You're like 18 years, nothing crazy has happened. Okay, so my parents lived in Germany before I was born, and they always talked about their time there, and they really liked it when they were there. This is in the early 70s, and my father would always talk about the Autobahn, and he would always say, you can go any speed you want, and my father loved cars and cars and fast cars, and so this is something that he would often talk about. So when I went to Germany, and the tour bus was on the Autobahn. It was just like, wow, Daddy used to always talk about this, and I can't believe that I'm on the Autobahn. So that was cool. And I took pictures of like everything. Like this was like really nothing to really see when you're on it. But I like took pictures of like anything that I saw I could. So yeah, I remember that moment. It was fun. Like, Daddy, I'm on the Autobahn. But he had passed by that time, so I couldn't even tell him. But it was cool anyway.